snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot, Natty. Hey, sorry, looks like I end up starting these things again because kids are so excited sitting there dancing to our intro music. But I saw Hutchie had jumped in then, kids, so whether or not he could hear it, he's gone again. He was in here, now he's gone again, so whether or not he could hear us or not, I don't know. But we're a bit slow tonight because Waikato is having technical difficulties with their devices to join us at the moment, so we have still got the Kihikihi bad boys, as they call themselves, there coming. But Kins, mate, what a weekend we had of Speedway over the country on Friday, Saturday night.
Oh, definitely. Wherever you were watching up and down the countryside, I hope you enjoy, because, you know, everyone's talking about it behind the scenes. It's just about to wrap up to, would you believe, the 25-26 season already? It's not that far away. Some tracks wrapping up, and I would guess in about 6 to 7 weeks as we do the big builder to the big event, which is happening this coming Friday, Saturday at Miani Speedway. But aside from that, as you said, Books, you know, well done to all of the drivers down at the BOS that took place down at Woodford Glen. So well done to every single person. Those trophies just outstandingly tall. I was actually over at Huntley, part of the Future Speedway, and I tell you what, the future looks bright. These talented young boys and girls, whatever class they end up racing in our chosen sport of Speedway, I tell you what, the future looks really good. They've got no fear. They're fast, and the skills they learnt as 12 to 16-year-olds, it's next level, mate. And I was very happy to see a good crowd turn up. Obviously, I would say that would be to the reason of the MIP being cancelled with the wet weather. So they turned up to that one. And 160 cars. It was awesome, mate.
Tell me, did they behave themselves on the track day? Because I was talking to someone today saying the mini stock kids are starting to get a little bit aggressive and need to be pulled in a fraction. And I've heard that quite a few times. We know they're the future of our speedway, and when they move up into maybe a contact class, they need to have those skills. But there is a bit of talk at the moment that class needs to be reined in a little bit with some of the hitting. Did you see a bit of that on the weekend, mate?
Yeah, I did. And actually, some of these faster boys and girls, I'll tell you what, they're not holding back. And some people might say the quote, rubbing is racing, but this is obviously a non-contact class. We know that. Yes, there is hitting a little bit, going into corners and whatnot. I don't honestly think some of these kids would even use a brake going into the corners sometimes. They hit the corners 1 and 3 at some good speed, and they want some great exit. So I'm guessing they're trying to learn that throttle control, whether it's half throttle or how it works. But yeah, I would guess somewhere along the line that they're going to ring it in and kind of deal with that and see what happens. But nothing too major to report on any accidents. But I think overall it was a long night. We started at 5. I think we wrapped up about 10:30. But to the peers, to the teams, and you know, a lot of these kids are aging out. I'm guessing because a lot of the groups I can talk around here with a bit more contact, it's more so that 15 to 16-year-old group books that are getting ready to age out. And predominantly most will go to maybe a contact class, whatever that may be. But, you know, some of them got speed. When you can see them on the high line, mid to high line, you're thinking open wheels.
Yeah. We talked to a few that want to go open wheels, and we haven't spoken them over time. But I just want to probably move back towards the Suck It Up Bell of the Stocks that was run, the 23rd running of that. We did a show for that as a build-up last Wednesday night, Kins, and I suppose I just want to congratulate and give some people the results if they hadn't heard it, which was with your super stock peers. Your winning peer was Todd Hemingway and Malcolm Natai. I mean, that was a pretty good pair to be paired with each other, aren't they? Two very, very fast cars. But Asher Ease and Ollie Sutton were right there as well. I mean, there wasn't a lot of points in it between them. And Hayden Hart and Scott Tennant. So Hayden Hart did quite well. I understand he borrowed a motor just to get there So that's good. Taking out a third with Scotty. And I had a message from Scotty today. He said he was going to come on and join them, but he still lost his voice. So they must have all layered up a bit afterwards, mate.
I love the retro livery. Scotty's retro livery. That was cool as.
I didn't see it. Oh, you have to show me a picture after the show now, mate.
The 29C modified, just to clear it up. But yeah, looked really cool.
Okay. And of course, your individual winner for that was Asher. He was on pace all weekend, as Asher always is, I suppose. And your full Monty Superstock driver of the weekend went to Ollie Sutton as well, who was Asher's teammate for the weekend. And your Gary Ellis winner, Hayden Hart. So he obviously developed as well over the weekend. So it's a good thing. They do so much for these guys, in the cars for that weekend, And then your stock car peers, of course, a Waikato boy, Casey Cheatham, teamed up with Harley Robb. And they took out your stock car peers. Lucas Hay and Sam Jack were second. Carl Garnett and Will Pilcher were third. So that's not bad. And Harley got the individual points as well. So not only did he win the peers, he also got the individuals. And he also got the full Monty stock car driver of the weekend. So he's not doing too bad. And the super pairing, they had a super pairing, Kins, which was they had peers with the super stocks and the stock cars together. And of course, the winners for that was Tim Ross and Harley Robb, because Tim Ross 100%. Was so, and of course, you got to go out to your shootout winners too that took it from the back to the front. Malcolm Nata and Harley Robb. They must have changed that one a bit for me, though, Kins. I watched it was Morgan Dumlow. She's doing
yes.
Yeah. Footage and coverage of South Island events is just out the gate. So, Morgan, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a fantastic job, mate. Awesome footage. But she showed him going from the front to back. But it's a top 10 shootout now. And I'm sure when I went to the Battle Stocks years ago, which was the first restore, whichever year that was, there was a whole field of cars and they had to work through 20 odd cars to get through. So still an amazing job to get through from 10th to 1st. But yeah, it must be made a little bit easier these days, I suppose. I don't know if they changed the rules, or someone may be able to correct me if it was changed and how many years ago, or has it always been like that? But I distinctly remember it being a whole field of cars that they had to pass, because I remember Jordan Deere was blocking for
correct
for Wayne Hemme, who took it out, so that's pretty cool. And then your U-Stock Mini Stock Challenge, old Kobe Dawn first, Jack Anderton. We had his dad on last week. So
yep.
And Theo Vanderlin. I don't know. I'm sorry for Theo. I got your name wrong. I apologize. And then, of course, your adults, mini stock peers were Eleanor Martin and Shaden Andrew McCartney, Oliver McCartney second with Jordan Cox, Simone Wildermelf, and Daniel Gubb in third. So, and then, of course, your productions, they had to wait for that. First was Nick Fraser and Matt Bailey, second Matt Cox and Vaughan Fairbrand, and third James Archibald and Paul Joseph. So a plethora of winners at the Battle of the Stocks last week, mate. And, of course, I don't know if you know. Oh, is that it there?
There you go.
Oh, Scotty. I remember that Leach, that modified, mate.
Yeah, I know you do. There you go.
Because Derby used to drive it all the time online with us, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I remember that. That's very cool, Scotty T.
Yeah.
Oh, no one told me. How the hell do I miss that when I go on about the See, now this is what we need to do. We need some club somewhere has to do a retro round and a liveries. And if they say to me, yeah, we're going to do it, I'll find a sponsor to back it. Because I want to see a club do a retro round and put up a big prize for the best retro, judged by 3 or 4 people to give it and make a decision, for the best livery. And I reckon I could find someone to back that if a club came to me and said, Books, guard, sort it out. I'd sort it out if you put it in. Because I really want to see a retro round, mate. Wouldn't you love to see that?
Oh, yeah, I spoke to someone on the weekend about it, and they're looking for, you're 100% right. Other sports that got underway at the Speedway season, McDonald's Kihikihi Speedway, last week in North Island Midget Champs. Third was Jaden Worthington, followed by the 69 of Corbin Anderson, and the winner there was Trent Way, picking up the North Island Midgets. That heaps going on there. Also, I see Peter B in the new car, the one that's raced by the American. He had a win, I think, at Bay Park as well. Yeah, so that was a good result for him over the weekend. But yeah, there's a fair bit of racing around the weekend.
He'll be loving that if he got a win straight off the bat with the new car for himself, mate. Because the man that helped him with it certainly set the standard, didn't he?
Did he what?
But I'll tell you what, yeah, mate, he did. And another thing too, of course, tomorrow night we're going to have we're going to have the Panthers, the Colts, and the Wellington Young Guns tomorrow night. So, and also Wednesday night, we are live from Biardi Speedway Club Rooms with the Maulers and the Roughies, and it'll be a live draw of the teams racing. So we're going to do a live teams draw on Wednesday night with the Roughies will be there to talk to, and the Maulers will be there to talk to as well for us. So that's Wednesday. So don't miss those two more great shows coming up for you all people, for us to have it this weekend. Now, it doesn't look like Hutchie has managed to come back for the Waikato Raiders. So
I'll give you a quick update on that. Lance Moore's just messaged me because I've been speaking to him. He's going to try and jump in on the link just to say a few words. He's the manager for the team. He's only going to try. If he can get in to join us, Hutchie's just not technically savvy. Throw him in the wheel behind the Stockcar. He's a lot different, obviously, but computers just isn't his forte.
Yeah. And we get that, mate. We get that. You know, like I struggle with some stuff too. I mean, it took me ages to learn what we're doing here tonight. So it wasn't no easy feat. Us old fellas, we get stuck in our ways, don't we? And Sean, hey, DK, I hear you're here this weekend too, I think, aren't you? Racing on the Saturday in the Stockcar. So I'll be looking forward to catch up with you, my friend, on Saturday night, Mr. Sean Kihikihi, and seeing his flash new car, Kins. Man. Hey, I bet your dad's done all the work. Dad looks after it. I see it. I know the real stuff.
Well, you know, like you said, Books, that's the teams that are going to be there. Pretty well an in-depth look to what Books covered up. We've got a show every single night, so please don't get confused and lost on the face. Yeah, like I did on the page, and thinking, hey, what are they on tonight? I've just received some messages. What are you guys doing tonight? Are you testing? It's like, we're doing the build-up to the teams every night. So there you go.
Yeah, we didn't get it done for the New Zealanders, which we felt a bit guilty about, didn't we, mate? Because we'd committed to other stuff. It just everything is, you know, the season is just so full for everything. And we're trying to cover as much as we can and interview as many people and bring those people to you, the fans of those guys and girls out there. So you get to hear from them and do build-ups for tracks because we love supporting our tracks. But there's just so much that we get to do, you know. So I said to kids, hey, let's do the Peterberries. So that's why we're here doing that. And it's only 3 nights, but I take my hat off to all the teams, all 7 teams that are turning up, Kins, for the Peterberry, especially so soon after the New Zealand stock cars. So I really take my hat off to those guys making that effort. I mean, but at the end of the day, these guys, they love it. Once we talk to the bloody Kiki bad boys, they love
the bad boys.
The bad boys, you know, they love their team racing. There's probably no way they were going to miss it. And, you know, at the end of the day, their manager is a true teams racer, a speedway racer himself. You know, these guys want to do nothing but race, you know. So
you're talking about Scotty Tennant.
That
wannabe.
He's a flag racer now, bro.
Oh, he's a wannabe. He's a try-hard, mate. He's a bloody try-hard.
Turned into a flag racer, eh, with the cool liveries.
No, I've got to give
He's going to give me some shit on Saturday now, Friday.
Scotty who? Oh. I don't know why he's managing these
that
guys.
Night with him, Kins, where we're going to do that night stump Scotty T, because his knowledge. I tell you, a person I think that could probably stump him will be Maru Goodley. He's like a walking encyclopedia too, or someone like KJ. You know, those guys. These guys out there, just a walking encyclopedia. Oh, and probably now is it Jason for Speedway? Is it Jason? Is that his name? Speedway Almanac.
Oh, yeah, it is Jason Hill.
It is Jason, yeah.
He
seems to have a hell of a lot of knowledge as well, doesn't he?
Does he? What? He's like a Wikipedia. He's like a Wikispedia. Wikipedia. Yeah, it's like he's a Wikispedia. Oh, I should have kept that quiet. Someone's going to pinch that now.
You times drunk, can you?
Hey, Wikispedia. Yeah, I did see that, Stacey. I see no racing at Waikato Park this Saturday. Unfortunately, they pulled the pin.
From Bruce late last night. Bruce Robinson sent me a message telling me about that.
I saw the updates on Facebook.
It's just basically they're trying to get the new track surface on there properly and fix what was a bit of a someone made a mistake, I suppose, and they put a track surface on there, or tried to put more on there that was full of stones, I believe.
Full of stones.
But
all right, should we bring the bad boys in, mate? Oh, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, eh?
The nines, the other one just doesn't care, you know.
Yeah, we'll bring them in. Look at them. Look at them, hey, boys. Look, they've got their sponsor there, old Shusha. How are you, boys?
Yeah,
how's the white boys? All good? The bad boys?
Yeah, another
day. I love the way you keep smiling, kicking back there with the beautiful mountain of Te Aroha in the background there as well. But, you head down the line to the sunny Hawke's Bay. I bumped a few Miani people on the weekend at Huntley because they came up with the mini stocks, and I was talking with them, you guys bring the hot weather up this way, eh? You'll be hoping for some hot weather down there in the bay. Looking forward to the big weekend.
Yeah, that'll be the one, eh? Bit of fun.
Yeah, bit of fun. I just want to go back to obviously the New Zealand Champs, the big event that you guys swing well, eh? You were pretty happy with the result overall. Obviously, you wanted the big one and you want to get right up there, but you guys were pretty happy with how you went?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Well, all the team showed some good potential, and we come up through a few technicals that we didn't come out in our favour, but other than that, it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was a good
the
weekend
progress.
overall.
Sorry, carry on.
It was a good weekend overall, just hard, fast cars, really, just pushing through sharp corners. But Christchurch boys, they kind of put you in your place real quick.
The team is starting to gel though now, isn't it? From that makeshift that we got put together for last year to this year, you guys are really gelling. And are you hoping to keep this team for a long time going forward and develop it? Is that the idea?
That's the plan moving forward, I guess. Yeah, kind of look at the big meetings and then gel together the little meetings and then get the team really racing together, see where we fit in, see where we can't fit in.
Yeah.
What do you take from someone like Scotty Tennant? Forget about me just giving him shit just a few minutes ago, but really because he comes with a team's head. He's been at the top end of the pinnacle when it comes to teams, and he must take a lot on board considering he's just living down the road in Tauranga now, and he's just up the road from you guys. Got a wealth of knowledge for a young man, and you guys are of similar age. I'm guessing just got to take what he brings on board and learn, I would guess. But I've got to ask you guys. You guys are the white boys, the bad boys. Do you bloody listen?
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good. He's quite new to the sport. He's done one or two pretty good events, and thought we'd give him a shot. That's about it.
Yeah, just dive in the deep end, really.
Make some good calls here and there, but yeah, he's pretty good all around, eh?
Yeah.
But slack when it comes to getting raffles going. But other than that, he gets all the important stuff.
I think there's a few managers out there like that, though. To be fair.
Yeah. No, when it matters, he's there and he gets the job done. He loves a good protest. Doesn't always win them, but he gives it a good go.
He's quite a good water boy. He's always up with the waters.
Yeah.
And he's a good speaker, Books. We've seen him in action when he speaks. He really speaks with passion and heart.
I would imagine that helps with the team morale too, does it? You guys keeping that, because we've always said that's a big part of it. It's not just what you do on the track; it's also how you guys act together off the track, isn't it? That makes the team work just as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of pub missions.
Of course there is. We got it. Oh, Troy Howard. Tell them how well Matt done. Hey, Matt done really well, eh?
Yeah, qualified. Oh no, what did he do? Second North Island.
Second North Island, yeah. He did real good.
Matt Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh. That's who picked up. Isn't that who picked up? What's his name and flipped him upside down?
Big Red.
Yeah,
Leon Henderson.
Big Red.
Yeah, it was Matt. Right.
Yeah, it was.
Right at the
I
start.
just watched it today. It came up on one of my reels I was watching. I thought, oh, look, there it is again.
He gave Leon a bit of an assisted backflip. Gave us a head start, but it didn't work out anyway. So
that's just part of the racing side of it. But the reality of it is, how do you prepare yourself for teams racing? Hey, Mitch, I'll ask you first, because obviously it's not just about yourself, it's a whole team thing. Do you prepare yourself differently compared to your individual stuff?
Oh, I just do nothing on the car all week, wait till Thursday and kind of have a big rush, and then go to the pub and hope for the best, really.
All right, William.
Pretty much it.
What about you, William? What do you do?
Oh, we used to be a bit the same, but this year we've sort of picked up the tools earlier in the week, got the car done, and then started telling Hamish, let's go to the pub. But he's like, no, I'm working on my car. Steve Gray starts pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to love what they've done, Books. You know, when you take a look, I said at the start, you can see the mountain over there where they are. But look, they've got the car at the shed on display on the show as well. How cool is that, Books? You know, they really thought about it. Oh, we're on the corporate show. We better do something good and make us look real cool.
Either that or we just got no room in the shed and that's where it sits.
Oh, we've over in the corner over here, we've got something else going on. We've got can you see it there? We've got a new driver this weekend. Scotty T's pitching in his new Rees race car for our sixth driver. Captain Caleb's out for the weekend, so we'll give it a go. We'll give Scotty a shot.
I'll tell you what, you've done a fair bit of travel this season, especially earlier on in the season down the South Island there as well, Willie. It must be was that just so you get used to that track down there for the New Zealanders? You want to do those extra trips, or?
We've started getting along with the Rob boys and did some work for them in the off season, and they offer up their Westbury every now and then for me to try not wreck and go for a skid. So it's been pretty cool. Flew down there a couple of times. We went and did Canterbury Champs and Battle of the Stocks last weekend, and then me and Hamish headed down for the New Zealand Champs in the Grand Prix, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I noticed. I watched a couple of things. I thought, oh shit, what's he doing all the way down there? Far out. Really making the most of your racing, because nothing beats seat time, does it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely really cool to have a skid there before New Zealand's, because I'd never raced that track, so taught us what the crucial parts of the track were and how to sort of drive it.
So I'll start with you there, William, and then we'll move on to Hamish. How did you find 3 and 4 down there?
Oh, it's pretty cool, eh? Like it's really weird. It defeats the purpose of any other track. You drive it as hard and as fast into the center of the corner, hit the brakes, turn left, and hope like fuck everyone else behind you does the same thing.
And what about you, Hamish?
Oh, it's kind of the same. You can't just hope there's someone in front of you to use as your brakes. Helps you quite a bit, but yeah, no, it's kind of like Rotorua, just the straights are a lot more longer.
Yeah, yeah, true that. But it's a good fast track, you know, and it's a driving track as well, you know. And you guys got much planned for the rest of the season? I'm guessing just to wait to see what happens out at Kihikihi, but you got this weekend to build up, this Friday, Saturday. What's happening for the rest of your season? What about you? What you got on the plans, Hamish?
Oh, it's pretty much the same. Just Miani this weekend. Try not blow the car to bits. Try to keep something reusable for Kiki's last 2 meetings. That'll be my main goal.
Yeah. And yourself, what are you doing the same?
Pretty much, yeah. We'll just do Peter Barry's and then see what the car's looking like, and then maybe head back to Hawke's Bay for their Easter Champs. Would be a cool one to go do.
Oh yeah.
And then do our home champs at Kiki whenever. We're not sure on the date yet, and we'll head to that.
So it's both you boys, obviously, it's the family that's connected to the sport, how it all started. So like many of these young ones, and I was at Huntley, there's 160 out there when I was commentating. Did you boys both start directly in the stock car, or did you have a bit of a dabble in mini stocks? Where did it start for you, Hamish?
We were both actually peewees, like little.
Oh, yeah.
We did a fair bit of traveling with that, but it was into SNZ. For me, it was actually stock cars, but for Willie, it was minis. But we both raced out at Wahara. That's where we first started, which was mini stocks.
Okay, cool. Let's straight into it. Oh, sorry, Books.
No, that's right. I was going to say, have you guys had any thoughts about going up to that next level, or you happy as with your stock cars? Get that 1NZ on the stock car first, and then maybe look at something else, or have you had a thought about maybe wanting to try a super, or are you just content?
Supers are pretty cool, but it's just a money thing, eh? Like you could spend the same sort of money as we're spending on a stock car and a super, but you're just not quite at the point end. So it's almost better off just having a good stock car and competing there, and then I don't know, maybe one day if the sponsors come in or whatever. But yeah, if we're funding it ourselves, we'll probably just be the stock cars because it gets real expensive real quick otherwise.
Yeah. You know, that's a realistic and that's a good answer too, because that's just the reality of it, you know. And to be at that pointy end, you got to be right up there, and that comes with a lot of this. We all know that. But you guys are pretty well content in your stock car, and yeah, the dreams can happen, you know. But someone's got to win that lotto on Saturday night at 8:00 to make it bloody happen.
Yeah,
as long as I try to win it on Saturday, because I'm going to win it on Wednesday. So,
so
then
how
there'll
long
be
have
a
you,
retro weekend put on, kids. Hey, big dollars.
So you both started in stock cars together at the same time? I know you did minis there, or did someone start earlier?
I think I started a year earlier than Willie.
Yeah.
So this is my 7th season in stock car.
And you'll be 6, obviously. So over the years, when you take a look at some of these buy and salvage speedway for stock cars as an example, mate, some of these cars going for a pretty hefty price. Hey, over the last 2 to 3 years, I would guess significantly. I would never ever thought I'd see the day I see a stock car 50, 60K. You know, what's up with that?
They're worth 70 grand all day long now, eh? Like,
okay,
to build them, it's out the gate. But yeah, it's kind of hard in the North Island. You can't really sell them for too much. In the South, they seem to sell for a bit better money. All the South Island boys have got a bit more coin behind them by the looks of it. But nah, it's pretty out the gate. It's almost got to the point where it's like everyone's realised it's easier to build a brand new one than buy a expensive second-hand one.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
Sort of stuck with what you got unless you just bite the bullet and build anyway.
It's young drivers.
More common, doesn't it, Kins?
Yeah.
I see more people building new cars or buying new rather than buying second hand, because then you're just buying someone else's problems, aren't you? At least with a brand new one, you start off the back straight away, you know. So yeah. But do you guys, if someone offers you a drive and something else, what would you like it to be? Like, if it wasn't a stock car, is there anything else you'd like to have a drive of, like a speedway or off, not speedway, like a rally car or V8 or track car or modified?
I'll be real good.
Formula One.
I'm trying to be realistic here. No.
I always tell my mate Michael Rowe that if they put me in that Formula One thing, I'd give it a good nudge, eh?
All right, that's the reality of it. Let's bring it back a bit. What would you love to have a drive in? You know, if you could, you know, is there anything open wheel, or what would it be? Would it be drifting? You know, new young boys. What would you jump into?
I think midgets are pretty cool. Even like the TQ class looks pretty cool. It's quite really competitive, and they've sort of look like they control it pretty well in the sense of like when it comes to motors and stuff like that. Like just any sort of competitive class would be quite cool, and that just relies on driver ability rather than just getting smashed out of the way.
That's cool. That's cool. Good on you for doing that. And the other one I want to just ask you boys too, because you've been racing for 7-6 years now, and look, the stock car class at the championships, what are your thoughts, you know, where there's nearly 200 cars and 3 or 4 got to qualify per bloody group? That's getting tougher and tougher. And then you got these kids coming on through in this mini stock class who have no bloody fear, but if mum and dad have the money, they can get a stock car. But what do you think of that whole concept of all of these cars turning up for an NZ title now, and it's making it tough just to qualify? I just want to get your 2 thoughts.
It'd be really cool to have like a system where I don't know if you qualified through North Islands or South Islands, but it'll just never work out. But at the end of the day, they're stock cars, and if anyone wants to just have a $10,000 car and go out and hit the fastest guy, that's kind of what we're there for, So
Yeah.
it defeats the purpose if we change any format and all that.
Well, I've had a few people talk to me about this issue, about this question, and I've had a couple people say, and I think it's not a bad idea, is turning it into a 3-day meeting where the first night you're qualifying to be in the top, say, 80 cars to go through for the next 2 nights, if you know what I mean. Like, so you qualify to get into qualifying, and then you start from there, and then that way you're taking more than just 4 from each group. What do you think about that idea?
It would help, but there would still be that same problem. You get that 10 grand stock out there that's still going to take you out.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But it all comes down to money at the end of the day, whether it works out for the club that's hosting it or
Pit space is another big one now.
Showing up and all the rest.
Some of the rigs people are turning up with. That's made the pit spaces need to be huge, isn't it? Some of these rigs these guys are turning up. You look at the rig and think, "Oh, that hasn't got a $10,000 stock car in it."
Especially these American trucks they're using for tow wagons these days. It's like I saw one out of Huntley on Saturday night, and man, it covered. It was that huge,
bigger than the trailer,
like, bigger than the trailer. It was like, what the hell?
Pretty cool gear out there.
Expensive. So we all know it's going to be here we go. I'll just share this image again for people who are going to see. Those are the teams that are confirmed that are going to be there. As Book said, we'll do the live draw right here live throughout the week as well. Look, I suppose you boys know who's going to be there. You'll just take on any team on any given night, eh?
Yeah, I just hope it's the Raiders.
Because Lance is sitting and he's going to join us very soon.
They must have been scared.
Nah, they're not scared. Hutch is just having a few issues going on. Any other last words, boys, before you when do you head down? A Thursday afternoon, I'm guessing?
Friday morning, make the big mish down. Hopefully miss all the road cones on the way. Try not to hit too many.
I'll look up you guys' trailer when you get here.
They'll just grab one, put one next to and take a photo and put it on bloody TikTok or something later on.
Well, I don't have the TikTok, so.
So obviously these crews, there's a lot of the team actually in the sheds doing their little bit to get prepared for the Big Friday Saturday. But obviously there's sponsors that jump on board. Who's got the honour of doing the shout out to the sponsors?
Yeah, here we got it here. So we got McDonald's, Kihikihi Speedway, Farmline Services, Means Motorsport, TWS Technical Welding Services, Sniper Refinish, Whack Rose Joinery, Sportswear Photography, ZP Designs, Willie's Engineering, NFS Fabrication, Coma Fencing Limited, Prodig Taupo, Cheatham Bobcats, Row Revivals, and Sharp Apparel.
All right. Well, since you talked about the cones, Richard Hina has put up a comment.
When you were late.
Oh, there you go.
We had to make small talk waiting for Kins tonight, people. He was just covered in his own pace.
Oh, just cruising. Old man's time. Shit. All right, boys. I can see the sun starting to set in the background there. We'll let you get the red car in the shed. Thank you both for joining us. Always good to catch up with the bad boys. Safe travels and all the best on Friday and Saturday, eh?
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, boys.
Thanks, team.
Thank you.
Thank you. There we go. They're ready to go. Kins are obviously still getting prepared and doing stuff, which a lot of teams will still be doing the little bits and pieces, won't they, this week as they build into getting here on Friday, depending on how far they've got to travel. I think the Kings, they might have the furthest to Kings, Waikato, maybe. Wellington. Oh, no, Wellington's probably 4 hours too, 4 or 5 hours. So
they're all about that, eh? I see Hamish having a bit of fun there. Harrison Hawkins, sorry, Hamish wouldn't fit in a midget. What's he got there? The red bands. So he put their comment in there as well. Being the red bands, he's always got the red bands. Everyone seems to have the red bands floating around at the moment. So just a reminder, here is the Friday. It's a little bit of what's going on the Friday. So I checked that one out. And there's your Saturday. Just like that, books.
Easy peasy, eh, mate? Easy peasy.
Well, talking of easy peasy, he's managed to connect in. We did think we are going to have Hutch join us for the Waikato Raiders, but we've gone even better because I'll be talking him behind the scenes. Lance Moore with us, the manager for the team. Welcome into the show, Lance.
Yeah, hi everybody. Great to be here.
Hey, Brad, thank you. Yeah, that's all good, mate. Thank you for filling it at the 11th hour, but we had to have someone from the Raiders team. The drivers are pretty well busy. I know you were trying to organise a little bit to get them organised, but I suppose the focus will be for most of the team will be in the shed making the cars already.
Yeah, that's right. Most of them are working on their cars this week or the next few nights to get everything right for the weekend, yeah.
So Lance, you've been doing this a while. You've been the manager for a while now for the Raiders. What's your process that you look at for picking a team?
Picking the team, well, I go to every meeting, every Huntley meeting, and some of the other meetings that are around locally, and any of the big meetings that are away, I always live stream them if I'm not going. And I watch the drivers and see how they're performing. At Huntley now we have some pretty good stock car racing, and it's a good grounding for guys that are wanting to do teams, I think. And if you're really looking for drivers that are really winning races, getting up near the top and in the races, are able to drive through traffic and are able to handle the pressures of racing in big fields and things like that. I think just generally good drivers and who have reliable cars. Those are the first things to look for, I think.
And what about people that want to put their hand up that are sort of new to it? Do you sort of try and mentor them a bit and help them along the way, or do you? Because obviously, someone that goes, "Oh, I want a teams race," they've never done it before. They've got to sort of earn their stripes, so to speak. If there's plenty cars to choose from, do you sort of pull that person aside and do you mentor them a bit? Say, "Look, this is what I'm looking for," and set them sort of goals, or do you talk to them at all?
What I do is I have done in the last few years is try to get some of the younger drivers in mixed with the older drivers to and mix the teams up a bit so that when guys are going out there, they're not just going out in a team that is totally new to them, and so they've got some experienced guys around them to help them out. And when I put a young guy into a race, I give them a job to do, and that's all they need to think about. So they just got to let the other guys do their bit and do the bit that I've given them to focus on. And so that's, I think, has the best way to gradually work them into it. And then after a while, after a driver's done probably maybe 10 or more races, he starts to feel a lot more comfortable in the team's race. And then they can develop more from there. So it is a bit of a mentoring process. I mean, there was 2 young guys there that I probably helped out a bit that were up there before, who are now racing for the Kings and that. So you know, but they've done extremely well. But they work their way through, and just like a lot of the other drivers that we've had, who have sort of over the years have just got better and better with more and more races.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the attitude of that, how you mentor them. And you're right, you're 100% right, because now the future of teens racing, some of these young ones, given that opportunity, especially with these young kids that have just changed from out of that mini stock class and moved into predominantly most are going towards a stock car with a contact class now, but to give them, because the pinnacle of those drivers, they all want to have a go at teens, mate. And I like how you had that open door policy. If they're consistent on turning those results on and you're happy, you're going to give them that opportunity. Well done to you and just having that, because you can stick with the tried and true, but sometimes if that result doesn't seem to come your way, you got to give someone that other opportunity, and that's something you do, Lance.
That's right. It's always been my policy in the club that everyone that wants to make themselves available for the Raiders is available. If they want to put their name forward, do the work, and develop the skills, and they've got a chance of racing for the Raiders.
Yeah, because it's no easy feat. Obviously, teams racing, and we've seen Stockcar teams racing. You take a look at a couple of weeks ago in Rotorua, and you watch all the video footage. Man, those guys and girls don't hold back. Eh? They'll take you off the end of the track, and that's going to be no different this Friday and Saturday. They just give it their all. Stock cars are just a different kettle of fish when it comes to teams racing. You've seen all that unfold in Rotas just recently, and yeah, you got to have some pretty decent sized kahunas to do that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you get into national championships and even like Sir Peter Barry's and that, it does go up a level. I mean, to go and do a couple of one-off races, generally they can be fairly low key. When you start getting into the New Zealand champs, you have all the best drivers there and all the best cars, and it's just like a New Zealand champs individual racing. You know, when you put them on the track together, you're going to get the best of everything there. And you know, I actually thought the standard overall at Rotorua was actually very high. There was a lot of good teams there, and yeah. So it's not getting, you know, when you have 13 teams and you got, I mean, you look at, well, Auckland didn't even make it into the top 8, you know. So when a team like that doesn't make it in the top 8, then you know your standard's pretty high.
Like here's an old name, Philip Steiner. There's a Steiner name that's been associated with the club over the years. Good luck, Kings and Raiders. Hope to watch from Perth. Hope it's live stream. Yes, it is live stream. Is that correct, Books?
Pits Media. Yep.
There you go. There you go,
Pits
Steiner.
Media will be streaming the whole weekend, Friday and Saturday night. So, yeah, if you haven't used them already, get onto their new site and sign up, because you will have to sign up to the Pits to buy a stream. So, yeah, do get amongst that. They definitely are streaming it this weekend, and they'll get the coverage of everything. And
So
you get to
when
listen to me on the mic too, running around the pits.
You'll be on the way doing your job. Hey, so when does the team head down, Lance? Is it headed down as a team, as an example, on the Friday morning, or what's the plan going forward?
I think everyone will be heading down Friday morning, yeah. Yeah, probably stop at Taupo on the way and meet up there. Because they all, like, even though we're the Waikato team, half our team's not in the Waikato. It's all over the place. So we've got the Cheathams over in Pukekohe and that, and Tipuki rather, sorry. And so, yeah, we usually meet at Taupo on the way down and get down there around lunchtime, or a bit after.
Hey, with your years, sorry, go. Just with your years being as a manager, we talk about this a lot when we do teams build-ups, whether it's stock cars or super stocks. How important off the track is that team morale? You know, if they kind of bond together off the track. I know a lot of them are mates and whatnot, but I'm guessing if you can be very close together off the track, it may work together when you're on the track. Do you think that's a common theme these days?
I think definitely, yeah. If you've got a good bond around the team, it will always perform better. You know, and I've probably had teams over the years which haven't had that bond quite at the right time, and they haven't performed quite as well. But when you get the team that gels, and if I go back to when we actually won the New Zealand champs, well, back in Wellington, and even this year, I think that those 2 years were when the teams really gelled together. And although we didn't get on the podium this year, we did race pretty well overall, you know. But if you've got that bond and everyone's gelling and everyone's getting on, then it definitely makes a difference on the track.
I was just going to say, kids, that he needs to tell his team to allow that probably an hour across the Napier Taupo extra. There's a lot of roadworks apparently on the Napier Taupo, so there'll be a lot stop-start for all you guys, just so you know ahead of time.
Oh, that's a good bit of information to have anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of roadworks here and everywhere. And I've just saw the comment that we popped up there from Catherine Brown-Dixon, and, you know, some nice words towards you, Lance. You're a great teacher, especially for the young ones. The young fella Byron got the opportunity down there at Napier, actually, to go down with the Raiders, and he learned so much. So it's all about people like yourself who give so much to sports. They're building for the future, because we talk about these classes that are coming through. There was 160 odd at the track at Huntley on bloody Saturday, and that's the future of the sport. So what you're doing is kind of that mentor role. It's a positive side of the speedway sport, mate. So, thank you for your work.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I like to see the young guys develop and go ahead. Yeah, but it's just when you get a lot of them there, you can't fit them all in. That's the trouble, I suppose.
Well, we appreciate your time tonight. Oh, sorry, kids, if you've got another question.
I was just going to quickly ask, Lance, we all know the next defence of the title, Byron's in the Roughies, correct, is down in Christchurch. Mate, you've been doing this gig for a little while. You going to make the trip down to bloody Christchurch next year?
I haven't fully decided. There's only ever two types of coaches or managers. There's one that's just been sacked, or the one that's waiting to be sacked. So I'd rather go before I'm sacked. So I'm not sure whether I'll go down next year, but
okay.
I guess I'm going to wait till the end of the season anyway and see how things go. But I have enjoyed it. I've done 8 years now and over 100 races with the Raiders. So
wow.
That's quite an achievement in itself, I think. But I guess it's up to some of the others whether they want me back and that sort of thing, and whether I really want to do it. Yeah, I'll have to make a decision after the season, I think.
All right, mate. Well, we'll let that happen and see what happens. Obviously, they're in the sheds. That's why you've had to join us. Who was going to join us isn't technically inclined to get things working, but that's just what it is. They're just going to work it out. They're Stockcar drivers, and they want to go and have fun on the Friday, Saturday. But you can't do without sponsors, mate. Have you got a list handy who you want to say thanks to?
Yeah, I have actually. Our sponsors are Central Metals, which they've been with us for about 5 years now, and they've been our main naming sponsor, and they've been extremely good to us over the last 5 years. Mark and the girls at Central Metals have always been a big help to us. JA Digital, the guy that does all our sign writing. The Meat Warehouse, they've been another long-term sponsor. They've been with us probably 7 or 8 years, or more than that, actually, probably more like 10 years, even before I came along. So they've always provide us with a feed every meeting. We've got Chester Engineering. That's Clinton's business. He helps us out various things. We've got Repco Huntley. So they've always been really good and supportive with us. And we've got the DC Collective who've provided us with our racing shirts and that this year. So that was all our sponsors for the year, yep.
Awesome, mate. Look, we do appreciate you coming in to join us and have a bit of a chat in your management role and to hear a bit about what you've done over your many years associated with the team. All the best on the Friday morning travel through to Miani, the sunny Hawke's Bay, and good luck on behalf of all the Raiders. And you got some good comments here coming on from AMS and a few others out there. And all the best, mate. And thank you for joining us.
Okay, it's very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Lance. There we go, kids. That was good. That was good. Actually, talking to them, hearing about how they pick and develop. I was thinking while I was saying that it's probably something we need to talk to a few more managers about. Get that background stuff. One year, maybe we do a build up with just managers and certain managers, and we don't want swearing managers. It's maybe get that insight. A bit of a different perspective. But tomorrow night we have the Pumas. So for the Pumas, we've got Josh Mulcahy and Tyler Walker joining us. And then for the Colts, we've got Brendan Rees and Graham Mund. And I'm still just waiting to hear back who the young guns are that are going to join us tomorrow. So that's another packed show tomorrow. Kids, just listen to this bit from 7 p.m., mate.
I'll be back from my meeting at 6:30. I'll leave early.
I think Tuesday was the one you were going to be late, wasn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
That's all right. We expect that tomorrow. Tonight, tonight you're too busy. He was too busy. He was cuddling his wife, everybody, if you really want to know. He was
No.
too busy cuddling his wife. He couldn't get away, and I had to ring him up, say to his wife, let him go. He's got to come help me. And,
you know what? I was supposed to be with her at a dinner tonight. I forgot all about it. It's a work
don't you get me into trouble. I don't want to get
No. It's not your fault. It was just me. I'm having those moments where I'm forgetting. I'm not getting any younger, and So she stormed off in the ute, gone to her dinner function for her work, and I stuck at home.
Still late.
I was still late. Well, I was sitting there watching the news and watching all the stuff, and 7 o'clock. I'll go to my wash and then jump in there, and then you message me, hey, what? So we'll be here on time. I'll be here on time at 7 o'clock. I'm at meetings tomorrow and Wednesday. But otherwise, look, do take care. And just reiterate once again, we've been a strong advocate, and you're going to see a nice new banner that Booker has in his hands. And at the bottom, it's got something that we've been both strong about, especially with our campaign. Yep. Yeah. So, we hear a lot, us too. We get a lot of messages. I see a lot more than what Booker does on different platforms. But man, I feel like a scratch record, to be honest. And we all know what we're talking about.
Some of the attacks on people lately in the speedway industry are just getting beyond a joke. So we will be. You never know. I might end up making a page up and just start name and shaming these people and make them stand up and pay for their actions, but that probably creates worse of a problem. So I probably won't do that, but it makes you feel like it, doesn't it? Because you get angry and you think, oh, maybe I should just do this, this, and this. But then that just creates more people becoming assholes, I suppose.
Yeah, you just kind of join into the same. You just join into the same category as those ones out there. Some of the stuff that we hear is next level, and I don't want to talk about it because it's just atrocious. And I just leave it at that. We're better than that, There's a lot going on in the world at the moment. Look, you got to try and work out how you're going to pay $4 a litre of gas coming up soon. Let alone have you got enough gas in the country.
Some of the things that gets me about that whole situation, gas. It's obviously the gas meter. I was going to fill up on the weekend my camper, and I didn't. And I looked at the gas prices about an hour and a bit ago when someone said to me, "Oh, you see what's happened?" I went, "No, that's all right." And I went, "Oh no." But never mind, that's life. But just on the other thing, the other thing too is that people wouldn't believe some of the people that are bullying out there that are well-known names in our sport and in our media side of it too, to be fair. It's they all need to take a look and say, hey, if that was my child, how would I feel?
100%. 100%.
And then take a good hard long look at themselves, because it all starts at the top. It starts at the parents. And if you can't teach your kids not to be assholes because you're being one, it makes it a bit harder. Are you going to interview the teams for the Warriors Challenge, Mike? I got told today that your president wanted me to do something, but I've got to ring him. I'll ring him, Mike, or tell him to message me. I think Peter Reeves was telling me today that I'm supposed to do something for them. So we're happy to do something for them. I just need to get hold of not Sean. I've forgotten who it is, Mike. Who is I need to get hold of? He'll tell me, or they can send me a message. Pete seemed to think that they were going to contact me. So
cool. Yeah,
we'll do something. We're happy to do that, because that's another good event coming up the weekend after Peterberry's. Aren't we spoiled, mate? Aren't we spoiled?
When you take a look at what happened 2 weeks ago in Rotorua, the teams, it was just a team's heaven weekend, Stockcar heaven. Then you got this weekend coming to Friday, Saturday, and then you got the Super Stocks at Wonkers as well coming up. And then after that, if they get the track sorted, you should have the teams national. So people who love teams.
We are very, very
Tony. What's
Darren.
Darren. Oh, we know Darren. He sat with us at the Speedway Awards. That's him. That was him.
I need to get hold of Darren. So, thank you, Mike. Or he was going to get hold of me, I think, or something, but we'll work it out. We'll make sure we do something for the Wanganui Club. I love the Wanganui Club. We always have the V in here. They've always big supporters of our show, aren't they, kids? So,
100%.
Anyone that supports us, we support them. And even if they don't support us, we'll support them. So, that's what it's all about. But, hey, look, thanks, everyone, for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed night one. Night 2 is only going to get better. The hype's going to get more, and then night 3 is going to be the real hype where we do the live draw. So, yeah, look forward to that. But thanks everyone for tonight and joining us. Have a great week. Enjoy I hope your Monday has gone well. Kins went for massages and lunches today. He didn't do much work. I don't know that.
Man, I had bloody reports coming out of my ear everywhere. Report. And I'm part of a big event back home here too, which had about 3,000 or 4,000 people in. And I can't say no. I'm the bloody chairman. I've got to do stuff. Hence the reason why I didn't actually go to BOS. I was too busy doing that stuff as well. And that's us back again tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Take care out there. There's a show on that TV show with Shane Paul back in the day. Heidi ho.
See you, team. Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bub and Rumbuka joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot, Nanny.